Welcome to the Airmen and Family Readiness Center's e-learning webinar, 5 Things to Take to the Job Fair. We're going to discuss more than to take. What are the expectations, the preparation, as well as things to take to and from the job fair. We'll also include things not to do, not only at McConnell's upcoming job fair, but at other job and career fairs as well. Okay, great. Let's get started. What to expect at the job fair? What is a job fair and how do I find job fairs? Job fairs are large-scale networking events. Employers need good workers and workers need good jobs. Many employers like hiring military due to the strong work ethic and discipline instilled from being in the military. A job fair puts you in front of dozens of company recruiters and allows you to meet them face to face. Most job fairs are free. Some require registration. There are even virtual job fairs where you can log on from your computer. To find out more about job and career fairs, you can search military.com. Google career fairs or job fairs in the state or region you're looking for. Google one-stop career centers with the state or region you're looking for. Search LinkedIn, school career centers, and listen to radio or TV announcements. What about McConnell's job fair? We hold a job fair annually. If for 2016, our career fair or job fair is March 30th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the Robert J. Dole Community Center. Any ID card holder may attend. Veterans without an ID card may attend by bringing their DD Form 214 or their VA ID card to the Visitor Center for a pass. They must also meet requirements for entry to the base, which include a driver's license, current vehicle registration, and current insurance. For more information, contact the Visitor Center at 316-759-4712 or 4713. Will I get an offer on the spot? Probably not. Normally, this is the first step to getting your foot into the door and convince them to schedule an interview for you. All right, let's talk about preparation. A job or career fair is a great place to gather information about potential employers and make contacts that can lead to your gainful employment. To make the most of your time, here's some tips. First, understand your goal. Are you looking for an internship, a job, a career, exploring different options? Are you hoping to network with employers you'd like to work for in the future? Your goal will impact how you work the event. Second, find out which employers are attending. Then you can create a prioritized list of employers you're interested in talking to. With over 90 companies in attendance at our job fair, you'll likely not be able to talk with all of them. So as part of your strategy, you might consider starting with employers who might be lower on your priority list and talk to them first. Then you can use those conversations to warm up before approaching your top choice employers. 5 things to take to the job fair. Copies of your resume. Number 1. The number depends on the size of the event. Regardless of the number, be sure it represents your knowledge, skills, and abilities effectively. It needs to look professional in an easy-to-read format on plain white or cream-colored paper and be free of typos. If you're looking at several career options, you may want to have 2 or more targeted resumes. That said, don't be surprised or discouraged if you are directed to the company website for applying for positions. That's pretty common today. Number 2, a smile, strong handshake, and a positive attitude. First impressions are important. Approach an employer, smile, and offer your hand when you introduce yourself. Be sure to use that strong handshake when you thank them for their time as well. Number 3, a 30-second sales pitch. Hand the recruiter your resume and be prepared to expand on it quickly. Share basic information about yourself and your career interests. A simple formula is past, present, future. So where you are right now, what experience and/or education you've had in the past, and how it relates to the desired position, and where you want to be in the future, again, relating it to the desired position. Practice your pitch so it naturally flows and doesn't sound rehearsed. You might try practicing answering questions in the mirror so you can be aware of your facial expressions as well. Close conversations by discussing the next steps. Ask about the hiring process and how to apply for opportunities. If you're not looking for a job at the present time, ask how you can learn more about their organization and/or set up an informational interview. Ask for a business card and the recruiter's preferred method of follow-up. Number 4, information about the organizations that will be attending. Gather information as you would for a job interview. Maximize your brief time you have with each employer. So you'll need to know how your skills and interests match their needs. And don't just concentrate on the big names. Oftentimes there's great opportunities with companies with which you're not familiar. Number 5, energy. Job and career fairs require you to be on your feet moving from table to table for an hour or so. Each time you meet someone, be at your best, as refreshed as possible. Don't forget to take breaks and write down notes from your conversations. Jot down follow-up actions and collect your thoughts for your next conversation. In the Dole Center, there are customer lounging tables and chairs in the hallways for you to use. Five things not to do at the job fair. 1. Don't use the buddy system. Don't cruise the booths with family or friends. Interact with the recruiters on your own. Make your own positive impression. Silence your phone while you're talking with the employers also. Give them your full attention. Number 2, don't carry your backpack, large purse, or other paraphernalia with you. Carry your resume in a professional-looking portfolio or a small briefcase works well. This will keep your resume neat and handy and give you a place to file business cards of recruiters that you meet. Number 3, don't come dressed unprofessionally. Don't look like you're ready for the gym, a picnic, or the movies. The job fair is a professional activity. It could perhaps be your first contact with a future employer. Dress and act professionally. Number 4, don't wing it with employers. Be prepared and do your homework. Research the companies just as you would for an interview. You'll be able to focus on why you want to work for the organization and what you can do for them. 5, don't come during the last half hour of the event. Many employers come from a long distance to attend the fair and may need to leave early. If you come late, you may miss the organizations you wanted to contact. Well, we already mentioned that you need to be prepared to answer questions. Here are some samples. Tell me about yourself. This is where you use that sales pitch. Tell me about your skills. Be prepared to offer the top 4 or 5 skills and a short example of how you use each one. Do you know that 40% of people interviewed don't know a thing about the company they want to work for? Make sure you can answer, what do you know about our company? Why do you want to work for us? You can use some honest answers here. You shop there. You use their products. You've heard good things about them. Be ready to offer 2 or 3 examples about the company. What motivates you? Money is not a good answer here. So if you've attended the TAP seminar, I suggest you review your DOL TAP manual for suggestions on how to answer these questions and more. So what about questions you should ask? Here's some samples. What qualifications will make a candidate stand out? What do you like most about working for your company? Can you describe the company culture and management style? What's the next step? How do I arrange for a job interview? So you don't have to ask every question, but be sure to ask something that shows you're interested. And these are just samples. Add your own. 5 things to take home from the job fair. 1. Business cards of the recruiters you've met. Use the cards to write down follow-up notes to those organizations in which you're most interested. You'll want to send a thank you note or email as well. 2. Notes about the contacts you've made. Take paper and pen with you to write down important details about particular organizations, potential jobs, or any other details. Include names, phone numbers, and email addresses of people who may not have had business cards left. Take a few minutes after you leave each table to jot these notes down. 3. Information about the organizations you've contacted. Most recruiters will have information for you to pick up, including company brochures, position descriptions, and other information. Pick up the information. It may be useful later if you get a job interview. 4. A better sense of your career options. If you've used this event correctly, you'll have made contact with several organizations that hire people with your skills and interests. In thinking about their needs and your background, evaluate whether each company might be a match for you. 5. Self-confidence. Self-confidence in interacting with employer representatives. The job fair will give you that opportunity to practice your interview skills in a less intimidating environment than a formal interview. Use this experience to practice talking about what you've done, what you know, and what your interests are. So let's summarize. To help you get the most out of the job fair, make sure you prepare. Research employers, get your resume ready, and put on your professional image. Make sure you talk to employers. Strategize your list. Be confident and professional. Remember that strong handshake and smile. Be sure to follow up. Send a thank you note within 24 to 48 hours and complete any follow-up actions. Next, reflect. What went well? What can you improve upon? And last, keep in touch. This is a large-scale networking event, so reach out when you have a question or to follow up on a position that you've applied for. Well, here's one last plug for our job fair. The information for our 2016 fair, including how veterans without base access can obtain a pass to attend. You'll also note the email address up at the top, 22fss.fsfr.transitionemployment@us.af.mil. That is our organizational email address for Transition and Employment Services. Please feel free to drop us a line, ask us any questions you have on transition or employment services or our job fairs. If you'll be retiring or within 2 years or separating within 1, now's the time for you to start thinking about your transition process and getting prepared. We will offer a webinar live on April 11th, Transition 101 and Overview, April 11th at noon. Please see our Facebook page for the link to that webinar. We'll also be uploading the presentation to this channel. I also want to put a plug in for the programs and services we have at your Airman and Family Readiness Center at McConnell Air Force Base. We do have the Kansas Workforce Center satellite office Monday through Thursday. We have veterans representatives who can help you with your benefits. We have a computer resource center for your use to print resumes and assist you with job searching and relocation. Search LinkedIn, McConnell Air Force Base Employment Networking Group. Become a member, whether you're an employer or a job seeker. The objective of that employment networking group is to directly connect job seekers and employers. I thank you for your time. I hope you have found this information beneficial. Good luck in your job search, and we'll see you at the job fair.